Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Football Fan Zone. And today we have a very big Arsenal fan in the building. Uzi, how's it going, man?
What's up, my brother? It's going good. I'm glad to be here. It's an honor to be in your show today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So glad to have you. We've been trying to do this for a long time. You're a busy man, so
Man, we're all busy, bro. We're all busy.
yeah, yeah,
It's been a pretty much a week of roller coaster events, But we're glad to be here today.
yeah. I can definitely relate to that. So let's get to the business of the day. You're a big Arsenal fan. Let's get straight into it. How are you feeling? The season just ended. Man City are crowned champions. Arsenal are runners up. What are your thoughts? How are you feeling?
Well, uh, for me, sorry, the planes, yeah. So, for me, it's more like it's to be really honest with you. I'm proud to be an Arsenal fan, and this is a young team, man. Come on, you got to give it to them. They had our hopes from the beginning of the season this high, and for them to bring us down, and I mean we the fans to crush our feelings, it was really sad. But I cannot put too much blame on the team. I can't put too much blame on Teta. This goes back to the board. It shows that we have to invest. We have to invest in quality players because when you want to win a league, you have to have a backup plan because it's a 38 game match season, and players get tired. They get tired legs. They get injury, and all your key players are missing. You want people to step up, you know. But at the end of the day, I'm still an Arsenal fan. I'm still proud, and we go again next season.
Yeah, so the major theme of what you just said is just pride. Yeah, proud to be an Arsenal fan. And I can see that, most Arsenal fans are proud. But what would you say to the other fans or to the other people that are saying Arsenal bottled the league? Do you think that is a right assessment or are they being too harsh?
You know, to be really honest with you, I think we bottled the league. We bottled the league big time, and but there's a reason why we bottled the league, right? If we had bottled the league out of complacencies, out of laziness, or out of other factors, I would have said, yeah, it's forgivable. It's forgivable, but we bottled the league because we didn't have the manpower to finish the season on a strong note. So I'll give you an example. Right, we had Saliba out, right, which left Gabriel exposed. Rob Holding coming in, and you all know Rob Holding is just like he's just hit. I love Rob Holding. Don't get me wrong, but Rob Holding is not a Premier. He's not a Premier League standard player.
Mm-hmm.
He could be playing for Wolves. He could play for Everton, but for Arsenal, I don't think so. So we busted the league. We were 8 points ahead of Man City with how many games to go? Probably um maybe 10 games to go or so.
Yeah.
And then what happened? Saliba got injured, and then we came crumbling. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so we and I also believe Ateta also had some issues because he was really not really flexible. He was really so he was rigid with his formation, right? Um, Players like Saka, Martinelli, Trossard, they were tired, bro. They were tired and they needed to rest. And which was one of the strongest point of Man City. Man City had De Bruyne on bench during the beginning of the season. They had some players that were on bench. He was trying to rest these players because he knows on the final stretch
Yeah.
they can come in and push the team to the next level.
Yeah.
But Arsenal didn't have that luxury of players to do that. So
Yeah.
Arsenal had all these players firing on cylinders, Martinelli firing, Bukayo Saka firing, Gabriel Jesus before he got injured after the World Cup, and we had
Odegaard.
Odegaard, Partey. Odegaard was good. He didn't really drop his performances, right? But Shaka and Partey, they they
They did.
deep
Yeah.
really badly, and there was no budget to replicate them. But I thought Arteta signed he signed Jorginho to come up, right? But he wasn't using that dude because I don't know, but he didn't trust him. He didn't trust
Trossard.
Trossard enough, and I felt like he threw Jesus back in too fast because he had the front line that was firing all cylinders, right?
Yeah.
This guy's coming back from injury after like 3 months off. Give him a break, bro. Like, give him a goddamn break.
Yeah.
Let the 3 guys come in, and then when they're getting tired between the game 25, 26, 27, he can come in and then push the team.
Okay. Yeah.
Bro.
Absolutely.
So if you ask me again, we did bottle the league.
Let me take your mind back to the beginning of this season, before it all got started.
Yeah.
What were your expectations for your team?
Honestly speaking, we overachieved this season. We qualified for the Champions. It's been sorry about that. Call was coming in. 2016, 2017 maybe, and then we are back in the Champions League again. You know, so that's an achievement for Arsenal, for Arteta being his first job. You know, even though this is his 4th season in charge.
Yeah.
After finishing 8th twice and 5th, and then now this finishing 2nd to Man City. We didn't have so much expectations, but when you get us to that point where we start to believe that you can actually pull this off, then just finish it, bro. But again, we busted the league. You know, we busted the league, and then Man City's gonna win the league. Might win the league with maybe 10 points.
Yeah.
Ahead of Arsenal.
That's not a fair reflection, right?
No, it's not. But again, this is a young team. We have young players coming up. We don't have the depth that Man City has right now. So we did achieve a lot this season.
Yeah. So what do you think you guys can achieve next season? You know, you almost got there this season. Is it realistic to want to win the league again next season? Is that realistic for us now?
If and only if they bring in quality players.
Okay.
If they bring in quality players, and then I hope he learned his mistakes this season, right? Bring in quality players, be flexible enough when your season is going good, rest players, because for a single player to go 38 games, and don't forget they're going to be playing Champions League football, so we don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Right. That's another demand on this team right now. This team is going to be playing Champions League football. They're going to be playing FA Cup. They're going to be playing the Carling Cup, and they're going to play the Premier League. So I really cannot say, to be really honest with you right now, that Arsenal might come up with the kind of performance that we've seen them perform this season. So it depends on the priority right now. So do they want to go as far as the semifinals or the quarterfinals in Champions League, and then push Man City? Or obviously Chelsea is going to be there next season. I heard Pochettino's coming back in. Spurs are looking for a manager right now. United is also, trying to sign a couple of good players. I heard they're bidding for Rice as well. So you know how that goes. Of course, everybody's going to choose Mike over Arsenal. Because
I wouldn't say that. It depends. Like you guys are, like you said, you guys are building a very quality team. You were almost there. You just had, so you needed some extra, like you said, depth. But yeah, it depends on the player. I wouldn't say it depends on the player still.
Well, yeah, it depends on the player, but the coach too has a lot of role to play. How you manage his players, how you tell them what to do, how flexible you want to use them. For instance, Zinchenko plays 3 and comes to midfield. You can see that there's a weakness that left, and you have Tierney on the bench. He's more solid defensively.
Yeah,
but you don't usually use this guy. You don't use him. There's some games that Zinchenko should have been on the bench. Like, for real, he should have been on the bench and have Tierney come on. You need some defensive solid. You need some solid defending when Saliba is missing. But Arteta, being Arteta, is one way. He wants his first 11, and that's it.
So is that going to be? You think that's an issue for you moving forward, or?
Well, I hope, like I said, I hope he learns from Guardiola. you know how you will test players
Mhm.
and make them, you know, sit on the bench for a minute. You know, Akanji can come in, Ake can come in.
Well,
You
that comes from years of building that squad, though. They didn't arrive to have those players in one season. It took a
Yeah,
while.
Arteta has been coaching for 4 years now.
But
He's been at Arsenal for 4 years, bro.
but he has not been building a Premier League winning team. He has been building a team to challenge for top four. You know, you have Rob Holding in there. You have Tierney. You have Nketiah. These are very good players, but in my opinion, those are not players to challenge for like the Premier League.
Well, I think a couple of players in and a couple of players out
Yeah,
would might probably do the magic, right?
yeah,
But at the end of the day, Arsenal needs to have a different mentality when it comes to winning the league, and because they have this bottle job name tag attached to them, that every time they get to the end of the season, they just fall apart, man. They fall apart. They can't keep it together. And it's been going, this is like the third time now in 2015, 2016, when Leicester City won the league. You know, Arsenal was like, they almost had it and they fell apart. Last season, they fell apart. They couldn't make top four. You know, Spurs peeved them to the Champions League spot. So I would say mentality first, good players in, and then a little bit of flexibility from Arteta and his technical team. And then I think we might have a chance.
yeah, yeah. I hear you. I think you're spot on in those instances. A lot of people, I would say myself, almost compared this team to the Leicester City team that won the league. In the sense that I'm not saying Arsenal, in the sense that nobody
Right.
expected, like going into the season, nobody expected Leicester City to go on that run. And going into the season, you can say nobody really expected Arsenal to go on that run. But Leicester City were able to go that extra mile, but they didn't have that mentality. They didn't have the squad depth like, Man City. What they say that football then is different from now, or what exactly was lacking? And their coach, okay, Ranieri is a good coach. He's a good coach, a very solid coach. So yeah,
So the year that year that Leicester won the league, we have 4 teams that were out of form: Chelsea, Liverpool, United, and Man City were just inconsistent that season, bro. And it's a chance. You don't get that kind of chance every season. You don't. This season was Arsenal's season. Chelsea are all over the place this season. They lost to United yesterday, 4-1. Liverpool started picking up points the last few games. You know, they ended up losing Champions League spot. Spurs out of form. United out of form too. You know, so this was between Arsenal and City, and they had a point. They had an 8-point advantage over City to seal the title, but they fell short. So this season was Arsenal's chance because every other team was falling apart. So it was a 2-horse race from the beginning. First 10 games in, Liverpool were nowhere to be found. Chelsea were nowhere to be found. United they got Ten Hag coming in. He's trying to figure out the environment. He's trying to test players to see what they can do and what they cannot do, what system works for him. Arsenal has been there for 4 years, bro, and he knows the league. So next season is gonna be tough because Chelsea is coming back strong. United is coming back strong. Liverpool is finishing the season on a strong note. They had like 6 wins straight before losing to Aston Villa at home.
Yeah,
last weekend. So it's gonna be a tough season. So I don't trust Arsenal to go on the kind of run that they did this season.
Okay, and just to add to that, Arsenal had like that surprise factor. Nobody was expecting them, but now does it feel like they've been figured out?
Yeah, I think so, and I'll tell you why. The game against Brighton and the game against Nottingham Forest was a typical example of how teams can play Arsenal and beat Arsenal, and that is to defend deep and then counter. Because our defenders, should I say, our midfielders are slow. We have a slow midfield. Xhaka is very slow. Partey is very slow. Jorginho slow. The only fast guy in the midfield is Odegaard, and he's more attacking minded than defensive minded.
Yeah.
So you see what I'm trying to say. So if you play Arsenal, you have to take control of your midfield. You have to have a fast midfield, and then you can demolish the defense, Arsenal's defense. So they need to evolve in that aspect of their game. They need to evolve. If they don't, they're going to keep losing games they're supposed to win, and it's going to be a problem for Arteta.
Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, that was really some really nice discussions. Well, lastly, let's play a little game. So I'll ask you some players, and you tell me if you start them, bench them, or sell them.
Okay.
We'll start with Gabriel Jesus.
Gabriel is a fantastic player. His work rate is amazing. He tracks back, but he loses more sitters than any other player in the league. That's why, of course, Guardiola, had to give him to Arsenal. So I'll say I'll bring Gabriel in when the defense is tired. I'll not get a first team striker, so I'll bench Gabriel.
Okay, Zinchenko
depends on the game. If we have a team that's more defensive minded, we can use Zinchenko. But if a team that has very offensive front, and he should be on the bench.
Okay, Jorginho.
Fantastic player, man. Fantastic player. He can start, but you have to pair him with fast midfielders.
Absolutely. Star boy, Bukayo Saka.
Number one, my boy, Saka. Saka is amazing. It's quite unfortunate that he fell off towards the ending of the season. But he's a star player. He's only 21, and he's definitely going to get a head start.
All right. Rob Holding.
Man, Rob has been there since the Wenger days, man. He's not improving at all. And I'm sorry to say this. I love him, but you gotta improve, bro. Like you have to improve. You've been there for 5 years, maybe 6 now. Bench.
You're not selling Rob?
Oh, I'll sell Rob. I'll sell Rob. But I might not sell Rob because I still have the Carling Cup, right?
Yeah.
So he can play the Carling Cup.
Okay.
He can. Yeah, he can play the Carling Cup.
So keep him on the bench.
I'll keep him on the bench and play him on the Carling Cup. The small games.
Eddie Nketiah.
Nketiah is good, but not good enough. Bench.
All right. Trossard.
Trossard, fantastic player. He can play anywhere in the front line, left, wing, center. I'll start Trossard.
All right. How about Thomas Partey?
Thomas Partey, quality player, quality signing. Most of the games that we won last season was because of Partey controlling the midfield, but he got tired and he's injury prone. So Partey anytime, any day. But you got to put him with a strong and fast player beside him.
All right, awesome. So now this is another game. I hope I can explain it well. So there's 5. You have 5. Shall I say 5 rankings from 1 to 5, right? 5 being the lowest and 1 being the highest. So without knowing the next player, you give a player a number. Like if I call a player, let's say I call Ronaldo, and you have number 1 to 5, you can say number 1, and you don't know the next person I'm gonna call, right?
So 1 is gonna be like the highest.
Yeah, 1 is the highest rated. Yeah, in your mind, like the highest rated player. So, but you don't know the next player I'm gonna call, but they're all Arsenal players, right? Okay. So I'll start with Dennis Beckham.
1.
Number 1. All right. And I will go, let me go old school, Fred Ljungberg.
3.
Okay. Then I'll go Thierry Henry.
Legend. The man himself. Number one.
You already have Beckham was 1.
Number 1, man. Number one.
You already have Beckham was 1. He can only.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Wait. Did I miss that one?
No. You have to put him in 2 or 3.
Okay. That's 2. I don't have to yet, right?
Yeah, so too.
Two.
Okay. What will you put? So Campbell.
Woo. Well, I don't have one, I don't have two, I don't have three, so I'll put him at four.
With a 4. Um, so Robin van Persie.
Five.
Yeah, right.
Five. Five, man. No, he went to United. I won.
All right, man. This was so nice. It was fun having you, man. Thank you for sure. We'll definitely have you back, and we hope all the best for your team in the coming season.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, man.
Gunners for life.